Okay. Hare Krishna, Jai Sriman Narayana, Om Namo Venkateshaya. Welcome to the session on Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Last week we started discussing the answers given by Bhishma Dev to the questions asked by Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira asks 6 questions in 2 shlokas. Kimekam daivatam loke kimvapyekam parayanam stuvanta kam kamarchanta prapnuyur manava shubham ko dharma sarva dharmanam bhavata paramo mataha kim japan muchyate jantur janma samsara bandhanat. So what are these questions basically? He asked 6 questions, right? Does anyone remember what are the 6 questions he asked?
Who is the supreme God?
Okay.
Who is the ultimate goal? What
Okay.
is the ultimate goal of our life?
Okay.
Whom should we worship always?
Mm-hmm.
What should we chant?
What we chant to go to the free from the cycle of birth and death.
And what is the highest dharma?
What is the highest dharma? Okay. Very good. Beautiful. Big round of applause to Kirtana. Very nicely summarized. Okay. So these are the 6 questions. Who is the supreme God? What is the highest refuge? Whom should we praise? Whom should we worship? What is the highest dharma? And what japa gives liberation? And in answer to that, basically these 6 questions, as we discussed last week, they can be classified into these 3 categories: tattva, purushartha, upaya. Some questions asked by Yudhishthira, they belong to the category of tattva, bhagavat tattva. Second category is purushartha. Some questions, they belong to purushartha. And some questions belong to the category of upaya. So the object of truth, the desired goal, and the process or the method to attain that goal, upaya. Okay. In other words, these 3 categories can also be known as sambandha, abhideya, prayojana. Sambandha is that tattva. Abhideya is the process, and prayojana is the desired goal, the end result or the desired goal. Okay. And I shared all these slides with everyone in the group. So you can see, you can see the fitment of these 6 questions into the different categories. Okay. So we have already discussed that. We're not going to spend any time on that. Now, Bhishma Dev started answering questions to Yudhishthira. Questions asked by Yudhishthira. The first verse Bhishma Dev says is jagatprabhuṁ devadevam. Jagatprabhuṁ devadevam. What comes after that?
Anantam
puruṣōttamam.
Puruṣōttamam. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa.
Puruṣaḥ satatōtthitaḥ.
Puruṣaḥ satatōtthitaḥ. So who can summarize this verse? Who can tell the meaning of this shloka?
Yes. Okay.
What did we learn last week about this shloka?
We should offer our mind, intelligence, and ego and everything to the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana. Then we'll attain the purification. One will always have to uplift himself or herself by leaving all the ego, everything in the feet of Lord Mahavishnu.
Okay, wonderful. So in the first line, Bhishma Dev gives some qualities, 4 qualities of the Supreme God.
Yeah.
Jagatprabhuṁ, devadevam, anantam, puruṣōttamam. These are the 4 qualities of Sriman Narayana. And in the next line, because he is so great, jagatprabhuṁ, he is the Lord of the universe, devadevam, the
God of
devadevamanaṁ,
gods.
the Lord of the lords, the God of the gods, anantam, infinite, infinite in
Supreme.
time, space, and object. These are the 3 dimensions of the anantam aspect. So we have discussed this. And then puruṣōttamam, he is the topmost personality. Because he is so great, jagatprabhuṁ devadevam anantam puruṣōttamam, we should worship him. That is the next line. stuvannāmasahasreṇa nityam puruṣaḥ satatōtthitaḥ. Yeah. So by chanting the names of this puruṣōttama, we can rise on the path of our bhakti sadhana. Satata means always. Udditaha means rising above. We'll always be marching towards progress. And as Kirtana said, we should offer our mind, intelligence, body, and tongue. We should engage all our senses, including our mind. We have 5 senses, and the mind is the 6th sense. We should engage all the 6 senses in worshipping the Lord. Especially the stuvan part. Stuvan means chanting, reciting the names of the Lord. So when we offer Sashtanga Namaskara, we engage all our bodily limbs in that, including our mind, tongue, eyes, ears, everything. So stuvan is such an important element. The chanting is such an important element in all the worship, in all the pujas. And if somebody is just doing stuvan, somebody is only doing the chanting of the names, that is as good as worshipping the Lord actually. Because for Kali Yuga, the prescribed method of worship is chanting of the holy name. Sankirtya Narayana Shabda Matram Vimukta Dukkha Sukhino Bhavantu. Simply by chanting the holy names of the Lord, one can attain purification. But because we don't have that purity, we don't have the strong faith and conviction on chanting the holy names, we need to do other things also, so that we can get some faith. We need to do Shravanam, we need to do Archanam, we need to do Vandanam, all those things. Okay? So this is what we discussed last week. Now, next one. Next, Shloka number 11. Shloka number 11, Bhishma Dev further answers the questions asked by Yudhishthira. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca. Okay, so please repeat after me. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam
Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam
dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca.
Dhyayan
stuvannāmasahasreṇa
yajamaanasya
Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam
Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam
dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca.
Dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamaanasya
Mevacha.
tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavvyayam
tameva cārcaya nityam
या
bhakta puruṣamavvyayam
पुरुषाव्ययम्
dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca.
dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca.
यजमानस्तमेव च
Kirtana, can you read the translation?
And worshipping him alone with devotion, meditating on the inexhaustible Purusha, praising and bowing down to him alone, and offering sacrifices to him alone, the worshipper, the aspirant, is freed.
Yeah. So here, Bhishma Dev is talking about the worship part. In the previous shloka, he talked about chanting of the names. Chanting of the names. And here, that was japa. And here, the archana. Japa or kirtana. And here, this is archana. Worshipping him alone with devotion. Worshipping him alone means that supreme, that puruṣōttamam. Worshipping him alone with devotion, meditating on the inexhaustible Purusha, praising and bowing down to him alone, and offering sacrifices to him alone, the worshipper, the aspirant is freed. So our goal is to become free from this material world. Our goal is to become free from the Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi, this cycle of Janma and Mrityu. Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, Punarapi Jayani, Punarapi Janani, Jatare Shayanam, Iha Samsare, Bahudustare, Krupaya Pare, Pahi Murare. So in Bhajagovindam, Adi Shankaracharya clearly, beautifully writes that whoever has taken birth, they are sure to die. And whoever has died, they are sure to take birth again. And this cycle repeats. It keeps on repeating. And crossing this, this cycle is repeating. And where is this cycle happening? This cycle is happening in the Bhavasagara, in the ocean of material world. And it's a very difficult situation that we are in. Iha samsare bahu dustare. It is very difficult to cross this samsara sagara. Iha samsare bahu dustare. Iha samsare means this samsara, this ocean, this samsara sagara, this material ocean is what? It is bahu dustare. Bahu means very. Dustare, difficult. Bahu dustare means very difficult. So since it is very difficult, we cannot become free by ourselves with our own attempts. That's why what we have to do? We have to worship him. One second. So this is the shloka that we are discussing today. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavvyayam dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamānastameva ca. So let's look at the meaning of each and every single word. Tameva. Tameva means to him alone. Cārcayan. Cha means, in Sanskrit, cha means different meanings of the word cha. Cha means and, cha means also, cha means only. Tameva cha archa. Archana means worshipping. Nityam, every day. Satatam, nityam, every day. Charcha cha cārcayannityaṁ. Tameva cha cārcayannityaṁ. Bhaktya, bhaktya means with devotion. Puruṣam avyayam, the eternal being. Puruṣam means he is the first cosmic being. Sriman Narayana or Krishna is the first and foremost cosmic being. Purusha. And he is avyayam. Avyayam means imperishable. The word avyayam means imperishable. That means there is no destruction for him. Even when the entire world is annihilated, entire world is destroyed, he still remains. He is avyayam. You know the word vyaya means to spend. When you spend, when you use something, when you spend, the value decreases. Let's say you have $1,000 and you spend over the weekend. That $1,000 will become probably $200. So you will spend $800 and the value reduces to $200. So that is an example of vyayam. That means something that diminishes in its value. Similarly, this body, this material body, and any matter, anything that is made up of matter, chara, achara, both moving and non-moving, they have a shelf life. They have an expiry date. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Jatasya hi dhruvo mrityur, dhruvam janma mritasya cha. So we will be annihilated. There are different types of annihilations. There are actually 4 different types of annihilations. So that itself is a big topic. Maybe time permitting, we can discuss that one day. But whereas the Supreme Lord, he is avyayam. He is Purusha, he is the first and foremost being, and he is avyayam. Puruṣam avyayam. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ. Bhaktya Puruṣam avyayam. Dhyayan. Dhyayan means meditating. Dhyayan, meditating. You fix your mind upon him. You fix your mind upon him while meditating. Not here. Maybe in the auditorium. Yajamanaha. Yajamanaha comes from the root word yajna. Comes from the root word yajna. Yajna means sacrifice. Yajamanaha. That means by offering a sacrifice, by offering some ritual. By offering some ritual. So this was the method used in Treta Yuga for liberation. We have 4 different yugas. Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara and Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, the method to get liberation is by performing dhyana, meditation. Whereas in Treta Yuga, the method to get liberation is by performing yajna, fire sacrifices, homam. And in next Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, the method to get liberation is deity worship, archana. And in Kali Yuga, the method to get liberation is by chanting. So did everyone understand this?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
Okay. Can somebody summarize this? If you all can turn on your video, that will be great. Thank you. Yeah, now it looks much better when the videos are turned on. Yeah. So can somebody summarize? Hetal, good to see you. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Yeah. Who can summarize these four yugas and the prescribed method for liberation in the four yugas?
In Satya Yuga, by performing archana is the way to the liberation.
No.
Oh no, not this. Okay.
It's a yagna, right?
No, that is in Treta.
No.
Yagna is in Treta.
Yeah, yajna is in Treta. But what in Satya Yuga?
Meditation.
Performing the ritual.
Meditation.
Yeah, meditation.
Meditation. Satya Yuga, meditation.
Meditation. In
Okay, dhyanam.
Dhyanam.
Next, Treta Yuga, yajna.
Yeah.
Yagna. Treta Yagna.
Yajna. Dwapara Yuga,
Archana.
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 Kali Yuga,
Nam Jap.
Chanting.
sankirtana,
Nam.
namajapa, chanting. Krite yadhyayato Vishnum tretayam yajato makai dvapare paricharyayam kalau sankirtana. Kalau harikirtanat or kalau sankirtana. We can say in both ways. Kalau sankirtana, kalau harikirtanat. So, in this shloka, the current shloka that we are discussing, so yajamanaha, it comes from the root word yajna. By performing, first you have to fix your mind upon the Lord, dhyana, dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanastameva ca. So dhyayan, meditation, stuvan by chanting, namasyam by offering pranam, by bowing down, cha also, yajamanaha by performing sacrifice, tameva, again the word same word tameva, the first word tameva, and also it is ending with tameva, to him alone. So four things here. Meditation, that means we have to fix our mind upon him. It is not that meditation that is in Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga meditation is, that's the proper meditation, where a yogi will go to some forest and he'll be meditating on Paramatma for hundreds of years. No, that is not what Bhishma Dev is recommending here. Bhishma Dev is saying dhyayan means you fix your mind upon the Supreme Lord. And while fixing your mind upon the Supreme Lord, stuvan, you chant, do some nama japa. And while doing nama japa, stuvannāma, stuvan is nama japa, and namasyam, bowing down. So there is nama and pranama. Nama and pranama, both. And then yajamana, offer some sacrifice. Offer some sacrifice means you offer some fruits, grains, some ghee. It doesn't have to be a fire sacrifice actually. See, when people come to the temple, what do? They bring some fruits or flowers. That can be considered as sacrifice. Sacrifice doesn't necessarily mean fire sacrifice. That means you are offering something. Yajna means offering something. And when you are performing your prescribed duty, that is also considered as yajna. When you are working, okay, when you are working in your occupational duty, for example, you are a teacher, you are a software engineer, you are a mother, you are a father, or you are a child. So in whatever capacity, when you are performing your own prescribed duty, that is also considered as yajna. Okay, basically anything that you do to connect with God, the work that you are doing it can be performed to connect with God. The work that you are doing, it can be performed as an offering to God, as a service to God. For example, you are a school teacher. So what should be your mood? You should think in such a way that all these children are the children of God. And God has given me an opportunity, a service to educate all these children, to give some spiritual values to these children so that they can get connected to God. So that should be the mood. One second. Okay, so 1 second, I am moving to a different room. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So we were discussing about the different elements of worship. Dhyayan, Stuvan, Namasyam, Yajna. 4 things, right? Dhyayan, Stuvan, Namas, and Yajna. 4 things. Dhyayan, Stuvan, Namasyamscha, Yajamaanastameva cha. Okay, so basically he is talking about the 4 elements of worship. Because Yudhishthira asked one question: who should we worship? So here Bhishma Dev is saying that tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣam avyayam. By worshipping him alone, one will get purified. That was a translation we read, right? If you remember. And worshipping him alone, this is the shloka number 11. And worshipping him alone with devotion, meditating on the inexhaustible Purusha, praising and bowing down to him alone, and offering sacrifices to him alone, the worshipper, the aspirant, becomes freed. So this is our goal. Getting freed is our goal. you look at the questions asked by Bhishma Dev, whom should we worship? The fourth question. So Bhishma Dev is answering the fourth question here. Okay. And if we map all these things to the framework, the tattva, purushartha and upaya. So what is the object of worship? Who is the object of worship here? The object of worship is the puruṣōttama. And what is the process? What is the upaya? The upaya is bhakti. And that bhakti involves dhyayan, stuvan, namasyam, yajamana. 4 things. And how frequently should we do this? Nityam. Bhaktya tameva cārcayannityaṁ. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ. Bhaktya puruṣamavyayam. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam. Dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanastameva. Okay, is Puruṣam Avyayam. In Bhagavad Gita, there is a chapter, chapter 15, called puruṣōttama, puruṣōttama prapti yoga. Puruṣōttama prapti yoga. That yoga, by practicing which we will obtain puruṣōttama. That puruṣōttama, Sriman Narayana or Sri Krishna, is present in spiritual world, either Vaikunta or Goloka Vrindavana. Now we are suffering in the material world. So what is our goal? Our goal is to get liberated and go to spiritual world. So that is the yoga described in chapter 15 of Bhagavad Gita. Puruṣōttama prapti yoga. That yoga, by practicing which one will obtain the puruṣōttama. And that yoga is nothing but this one. Tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣamavyayam dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanastameva. In Bhagavad Gita 15th chapter, this process is elaborated in great details. But essentially this shloka, what it is talking about is puruṣōttama prapti yoga. Puruṣōttama prapti yoga. Now here, the translation that we read, right? What did it say? Only by worshipping him, the aspirant means the sadhaka. We are all sadhakas. We are all sadhakas who are doing bhakti sadhana. So we will get freed only when we do anything and everything as an offering, as a service to God. Otherwise there are karmic reactions. If we do anything for our material benefits, we will get karmic reactions. If we do good work, we will get punya karma. If we perform any sinful activities, we will get papa karma. And both are binding us in the material world. Some people think that they have to make this account tallied. That means on the punya karma side, let's say you have 1000 points. No, forget about that. Let's say somebody has 1000 points on the papa karma side. So people generally think that they should have 1000 points on the punya karma side, so that these 1000 punya karma points will nullify the papa karma points. But no, it doesn't work like that. If you have 1,000 papa karma points, you have to suffer from those 1,000 points. And if you have 1,000 punya karma points, the good credits, you have to take birth to enjoy those good credits. You will go to Svargaloka and enjoy. But our goal is not to have any credits. No good credits, no bad credits. Only by doing, only by working like that, we will get freed. And that is nothing but the Bhakti Yoga. Bhaktya, what is the line? Bhaktya Puruṣaḥ.
Avyayam.
Bhaktya Puruṣaḥ. So now who can tell that shloka without looking at the text? tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣaḥ dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanas cha. Now when you try to meditate on the meaning of all these words, then you will be able to construct the shloka. tameva cārcayannityaṁ bhaktya puruṣaḥ dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanas cha. Okay, now forget about the memorization part. Now as you are reciting this shloka by looking at the text, are you able to understand the meaning without looking at the meaning? Okay, good. Now I'll ask the meaning of each and every word. So somebody has to tell. Okay, different people have to tell the meaning of different words. So let me show the shloka. Okay, tameva, the first word tameva. What's the meaning of this word?
To him alone.
To him alone. Archa,
Worshipping.
worshipping. Nityam,
Always.
always. Bhaktya,
Devotion.
with devotion.
With devotion.
Yeah, okay. Bhakti means devotion. Bhaktya means with devotion.
Okay.
In Sanskrit, whenever you see the word like ending with ya, bhaktya, bhakti, bhaktya. Huh?
Mm.
That means with devotion.
Okay. Thank you,
Puruṣam,
Prabhuji.
Puruṣam,
The
God.
eternal being.
the eternal
Eternal.
being or the very first cosmic being.
Cosmic being.
Avyayam,
Imperishable.
imperishable. Dhyayan,
Meditation.
Meditation.
tuvan,
Praise or to chant.
to chant. Namasyam,
Bowing.
bowing
Pranam.
down.
To bow.
Pranam. Pranam. Cha,
Is like
And.
only in
And
yeah, and also yajamanaha,
Doing yajna.
yajna. Basically sacrifice, offering something. Okay, like when you go to temple, you take a fruit or flower. That is yajna. Okay. The last word, tameva,
again to him alone.
again to him alone. Yeah. Okay, very good. So we have to combine all these. We cannot see stuvan separately. We cannot do archana separately. We cannot do dhyanam separately. We cannot do namasyam pranam separately. Yeah, we cannot do the offering separately. So we have to do all these things together. We have to integrate all these things. So you remember BMW. body, mind and words. B is that namasyam and yajamanaha. Something that you do with your body. You offer namaskara with your body. You offer a fruit and flower with your body, with your hands. That is B. Next one is M, BMW, BM. M is mind. Where is mind here? Where is mind here?
Dhyanam.
Dhyanam. Okay, mind is engaged in dhyanam. And W, the words.
Stuvan.
Tuvan, yes. So BMW. Yeah. Okay, so maybe somebody can read this. Yeah, Dhanareka, you want to read this slide?
Yeah. Cārcayannityaṁ represents active mental engagement. It involves analyzing, discussing, and intentionally turning the intellect towards the divine. A deliberate, exerting cognitive effort. Dhyanam represents passive, single-pointed absorption. The mind ceases analysis and simply rests upon the object of devotion, a state of flow and profound stillness. And Dhyanam is the facility of intellect and focus.
Okay, good. So this was the intelligence, offering intelligence. Okay, yajna means it can be offering a fruit or flower, it can be doing fire sacrifice, or it is like offering your intelligence, offering your body, mind and words. Okay, so now speech, the words, stuvan. Speech is the crucial intermediary faculty. Stuvan takes the silent internal realizations of the mind, dhyana, and articulates them into physical reality through breath and sound. It is the mechanism that aligns the physical vibration of the body with the intellectual focus of the mind, projecting internal devotion onto the external world. Anything that you do in the puja, for example, the puja pratifalam, the perfection of the puja is possible only by chanting some mantras. The puja, imagine you call some pujari to your home and ask him to do Satyanarayana Vrata. Now imagine a situation where the pujari is only doing the puja and no mantra. Will you like that? We will not like it. When we don't like it, what about Sriman Narayana, Sri Krishna? He will definitely not like it. So that means the stuvan is very important. stuvannāmasahasreṇa puruṣaḥ satatōtthitaḥ. Dhyayan stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanastameva. That means what should we understand from this? Anything that you do, whether you do dhyanam, whether you do yajna, whether you do pranam, whether you do archana, you do anything, stuvan has to be included in that. For example, you are cooking in the kitchen. Include stuvan in that, include chanting in that. You are driving the car. Sing some kirtan. Sing some Anamacharya kirtan or some Purandar Das kirtan or some Tyagaraj kirtan. Something. So stuvan has to be included in every part of our life, in everything that we do. Because in the temple, the Archamurti Vigraha, when you take darshan of Swamivar in the temple, you feel some peace of mind, some power, right? Where is that power coming from? That power is coming from stuvan. When the pujari is reciting the mantras constantly, from morning till evening, the pujari will constantly, he'll be chanting some mantras. And the devotees who are sitting there, they are also chanting something, some stotrams, Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, Mukundamala Stotram, some stotrams they are chanting all the time. So because of this mantra shakti, there is some power in the vigraha. And the same can be achieved at your home also. And the same can be achieved wherever you are, not only at home, whether you are in the office, whether you are outside, wherever you are. The same mantra shakti can be obtained by using stuvan, by chanting. Okay? Next, pranama, namasya, and yajamanaha. Pranama and offering sacrifice. Actually, for Kali Yuga, if you simply do namaskaram, if you simply do stuvan, that itself is enough. But our mind will not accept that. Our mind will feel satisfied only when you are doing something tangible. Tangible means something that you can see, something you can touch, something you can experience. So that experience is needed. That's why we perform some puja. Otherwise, simply by chanting, one can achieve perfection. Okay, I think this is the final summary. Cārcayannityaṁ stuvannāmasahasreṇa yajamanaha. Okay, anyway, I'll share these slides. You can go through them later. Towards the end of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, we recite Kāyena vācā manasendriyerva buddhyātmana vā prakrite svabhāvāt karomi yadyat sakalam parasmai nārāyaṇāyeti samarpayami. Srimannārāyaṇāyeti samarpayami. So what's the meaning of the shloka? Exactly the same thing that we are discussing now. Kāyena, by body. Kāyena vācā. Vācā is by words, by speech. Manasa, by the mind, by intellect. Buddhya. Manasa is mind and buddhya is intellect. Kāyena vācā manasendriyerva buddhyātmanava prakrite svabhāvāt. That means according to the nature that we have acquired, we are engaging our body, mind, words and intellect.
Prabhuji, we say Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu, right, Prabhuji? That's also same.
Yes, correct. Okay, so is this clear? The reason why we are discussing same point multiple times is it has to be registered in your brain.
Prabhuji, one time, can you tell me again the meaning of Kayana? Kayana vacham.
Kayena is by body. Kayena vacha.
By body. Okay. It's related to body.
Yes.
Vacha is of
words.
course with the words. Yes.
Manasa is the mind. Buddhya is the intellect, intelligence. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva. There is indriya also. Kayena vacha manasa indriya buddhya. 5 things actually. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmanava prakrute svabhavat. Okay.
Yes.
So basically we are saying that
Yeah, everything. Yeah, all
based
5.
on the nature that I have acquired, I am offering whatever I am doing with my body, mind, words, senses, words, I am offering to you. Now this is the sutra. This Kayena Vacha Manasendriyerva, this is the sutra, or this is the shloka or the mantra that everybody can recite at the end of the day. Our goal is to offer our work to God. So how can we do that? By chanting this mantra every day at the end of the day. Because throughout the day from morning till evening, we'll be doing so many things, right? And the only way to offer the results is by chanting this mantra. Kayena vacha manasendriyerva buddhyatmanava prakrute svabhavat.
We just start with Kayana. I mean, nothing before. I mean, just start before ending. I mean, ending the day before sleep. Just start with Kayana manasendriya buddhyatmanava prakrute svabhavat. Like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Next, we'll discuss one more shloka and we'll end.
Ruji, I have a question, Ruji. In nowadays, Yajamanadu in Tamil at least means it's like owner, Prabhuji. So in general, like a owner for a place or a company. But is it meaning like person who offers?
So, yes, even in Telugu also, Yajamana means the owner. Okay. Yajamanaha means we are offering something to the owner of it. For example, you take a fruit and go to the temple and offer it to Krishna.
Mm-mm.
Who is the owner of the fruit?
Krishna only.
Krishna is the owner. He is the Yajamana.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it means Krishna, I thought the person who's doing the sacrifice.
No.
No. Okay, then it's
Yeah.
clear.
We are doing kainkariyam to Yajamani.
Oh, then correct, Prabhuji.
We are a kinkara. Kinkara means servant. We are a kinkara and we are doing kainkariyam to Yajamani.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, in Sanskrit, that word is called Yajamanaha. Okay, offering to Yajamani. Yajamanaha means offering to Yajamani, basically.
Yeah, initially I confused like the person who is offering is called Yajamana. So I was thinking it's like, yeah, okay.
No. Okay, next shloka. Shloka number 12. Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvalokamaheśwaram lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkhātigo bhavet. By praising Vishnu, the eternally immortal, the great Lord of all the worlds, the presiding deity of the worlds, one can pass beyond all sorrows. So here, Bhishma Dev is telling about chanting again. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkhātigo bhavet. So here, Bhishma Dev is answering the question, what japa gives liberation? What japa gives liberation? Sixth one. The previous shloka that we discussed, tameva cārcayannityaṁ, that is answering fourth question. And the one before, last week we discussed jagatprabhuṁ devadevam. That is answering third question. And now this shloka that we are discussing now, Bhishmadev is answering anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet. Okay? How to get liberation? That's the question. By chanting whose name one can get liberation? By chanting the names of that personality, Vishnu, who is Anadi, Nidhanam, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, Lokadhyaksham. By chanting names of this Vishnu, one can get liberation. Okay, so let's recite this shloka 3 times and we'll discuss the meaning. Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram
Anādinidhanaṃ Vishnum Sarvaloka
Maheshwaram
lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet.
Lokadeksham
Nityam
Nityam
Sarvadukkhādiko
Sarvadukkhādiko
Bhavet.
Bhavet.
Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram
Anādinidhanaṃ Vishnum Sarvaloka Maheshwaram
lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet.
Lokādhyaksham Nityam Sarvalokādiko Bhave.
Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram
Anādinidhanaṃ Vishnum Sarvaloka Maheshwaram
lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet.
Lokādhyaksham Stuvannāmasahasreṇa Sarvadukkādiko Bhave.
Yeah. Let's look at the meaning. Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet. Anādinidhanaṃ. Anadi means the one without beginning. Anadi. Adi means beginning. Anadi means no beginning. Nidhanam, no end. Okay? And Vishnum, the all-pervading reality. That personality who is present in each and every atom. He is present in chara, achara, moving, non-moving, everybody. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. Sarvaloka, all planets. Maheshwaram, he is the Adipati, he is the Supreme Lord. He is a controller. Ishvara means controller basically. Maheshwaram is the Supreme Controller. The Lord is Supreme Creator, Supreme Proprietor, Supreme Controller, Supreme Maintainer and Supreme Enjoyer. He is Supreme everything. Lokadhyaksham, the presiding witness and observer. This is the maintenance part. The Sarvaloka Maheshwaram is the controller part and Lokadhyaksham is the maintenance part. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa, constant chanting. Sarvadukkātigo bhavet. It removes all sorrow. It removes all sorrow. Okay, Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram lokādhyakṣam stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkātigo bhavet. So Anādinidhanaṃ. The human beings, we have beginning and end. that is the birth and death. This is our lifespan. Anything happens in our life is between birth and death. And after death, everything is over. After death, everything is over. That's why at the time of death, there's a great pain because we are losing everything. We have so many attachments. At the time of death, everything is taken away. Forcibly, everything is taken away. That's why we are suffering. And even before dying, we have the anxiety that what happens if I die? All my property, what will happen to my property? What will happen to my children? We have all these anxieties. The entire life we spend with that anxiety only. Especially after 30, 40 years, the rest of the life people spend with this anxiety. Oh, what will happen to me if there is some health problem? What will happen to me in old age if I am not able to walk properly? What will happen to me if I die? So our entire life is is spent like this with anxiety for the future. That's why we have a desire. What is the desire? The desire is to become immortal. To become immortal. We don't want to die. So that's why the shloka says anādinidhanaṃ. If we worship that anādinidhanaṃ, viṣṇuṃ, if we worship that viṣṇuṃ who is anādi and nidhanam, who has no beginning and no end. See, just like how Vishnu is anādinidhanaṃ, even the Atma, Jivatma is also anādinidhanaṃ. The soul is also anādinidhanaṃ. The super soul is anādinidhanaṃ and the soul is also anādinidhanaṃ. But that spirit soul in the material world, it is conditioned, it is covered. And we are identifying with this temporary material body. And this material body is going to diminish. And when that happens, we feel distress. So from this mortal being, we want to become immortal being. Okay, that is anādinidhanaṃ. Anādinidhanaṃ.
Anadi, okay, Prabhuji, no beginning, but Nidhanam means what, Prabhuji?
So Nidhanam is the shelter. Okay, the actual meaning of the Sanskrit word Nidhanam is shelter. Now, who can give shelter? That doesn't have any ending. That does not destroy. That does not diminish. Only he can give shelter.
Okay, because in Hindi, that word is used in a different way, right, Prabhuji? That's why I asked. They say Nidhan for somebody.
Nidhanam means passing away, I mean dying or something
Yeah,
like that.
right. That's what I've heard. Maybe getting
In
shelter. They
Hindi,
have got
in
shelter.
Hindi,
That's why.
no, Nidhanam in Hindi means dying.
Anadi means it's starting, right? I mean, without the start.
Yeah.
Nidhanam means it is like diminishing or dying or something like that.
In which language?
In Hindi, Prabhuji.
In
Hindi.
any language, I think even in Telugu too, I don't know.
In Hindi and Telugu. Okay. But yeah, no, in Sanskrit, Adi is beginning. Anadi means no beginning. Nidhanam means uh, like eternality. Okay, no ending. Something that does not destroy. Something that does not diminish. Nidhanam.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So if you look at the Sanskrit dictionary, resting place, refuge. Okay, resting place or refuge. That means shelter, basically. So who can give shelter? We go in front of the Swami and say, I'm surrendering to you. So we are asking for Sharanagati, and the Lord will give shelter. So who can give shelter? One who does not destroy, one who does not diminish. There's no death for him. There is no destruction for him. Only he can give shelter to us. Okay? Nidhanam. Anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So we covered three aspects: Anādhi, Nidhanam, and Viṣṇuṃ. Right? And now Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. He is the supreme creator and also the controller. Ishvara. Ishvara means controller. Maheshwaram. Maheshwaram means he is the supreme controller. There are different types of controllers. For example, Brahma, the Chaturmukha Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahma, he is the controller for one universe. For example, we are in Seattle. Seattle is in Washington State. Washington State is in United States of America country. And this is in North America continent. And this continent is in one world. This world is in one planet, Earth planet. And this Earth planet is in one universe. And in that universe, there is the supreme controller called Chaturmukha Brahma, four-headed Brahma. So he is a controller for this universe. Like that, every universe will have one Brahma. And there is one controller who controls all these universes. That is Vishnu. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. And Lokadhyaksham. He is the Paramatma. Lokadhyaksham means Paramatma. The Paramatma who is residing in our heart. He is always watching our actions. He is the witness of all our actions. He is witnessing our actions. He is witnessing our desires. And he is also permitting. Nothing will happen without the permission or sanction of Vishnu. Not a blade of grass moves without the will of the Lord. Okay, so he is Upadrashta and Anumanta. Upadrashta means observer. Anumanta is the permitter. So the observer is Paramatma and observed is we. We are observed. Our actions are observed by him. Our desires are observed by him. Our thoughts are observed by him. Everything is observed by him. He is the ultimate witness. Sakshi. That means we cannot do anything privately. Even if you think that you go into a dark room, turn off all the lights, and you think that nobody is watching. No, still there is somebody watching. Paramatma is watching all our actions.
How to remember this now?
How to remember this? As it is very in the bhakti language, in the bhakti philosophy, there is a famous saying that says that the real test for a sadhaka is to watch our thoughts when we are alone. The real test for a sadhaka is to watch our thoughts and desires when we are alone. See, when we are in a group like this, for example, we are attending this class. Naturally, our thoughts will be about Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. We'll have bhakti related thoughts. Everything is auspicious. When you go to temple, when you are surrounded by other devotees in the temple, yes, everything is auspicious. But the real sadhana, real test is watch your thoughts when you are alone. Then you introspect. You sit down and introspect. So, what kind of thoughts did I have today? Did I think something bad? Huh? So when you introspect like that, then you'll feel some regret, and gradually you'll be able to overcome those negative thoughts.
Okay.
So this
Yeah,
is
because they come without our knowledge, like
yes,
anything. And,
yeah,
and we
because
have
the
to
thoughts,
replace.
thoughts come into the mind without our effort. Because based on the impressions, based on the activities that we have done in this lifetime and previous lifetimes, the thoughts keep coming into our mind. And if it is a negative thought, if it's a bad thought, we should just stop it. We should use our intelligence and we should stop that thought. We should not contemplate on the thought. Stopping the thought means thought will come, but when you use your intelligence, you will not contemplate, you will not meditate on that thought.
Okay. Prabhuji, one question.
Yeah.
When you're saying to stop the thought, so thoughts will not be stopped, Prabhuji. Like, what will be the ideal solution to come out of not having like bad thought?
So thought will come, for example,
Yeah.
a diabetic patient. So what can be a negative thought for the diabetic patient? Eating sweets,
Yes.
right? The
Yes.
thought will come. The thought will come because, the last 30, 40 years, that person has been eating sweets. And when he sees other people eating sweets, he will definitely get a thought to eat.
Carving will be there.
Yeah, the carving will be there. So the thought will come, but because we have the intelligence that if I eat sweet, it will damage my health condition. So using that intelligence, what we have to do is we just ignore that thought and we don't meditate. We don't contemplate on the thought. But if we start contemplating, oh, everybody is eating. Should I also eat? Maybe
Only
just
for
one.
today.
Maybe
Yeah.
just one gulab jamun. And another thought will come, saying that oh, I can eat one gulab jamun and then go for a walk.
Excuses. We'll start
Excuse.
giving excuses, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Right, Prabhuji?
Yeah. So then slowly what you will do is you'll end up eating the gulab jamun.
Yes.
But in the first place itself, as soon as the thought comes, use your intelligence that it is for my good sake that I should not eat gulab jamun. So then we can stop contemplating on the thought. Contemplation means thinking, meditating on the thought.
Prabhuji, but how to make our intelligence strong? Like, it will come, but we will ignore it. We will give some excuses. I want to make that intelligence strong, not to give that excuses, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So the intelligence comes by constant study of scriptures.
Okay.
Ramayanam, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, continuous, constant study, Shravanam.
Yes,
Intense Shravanam.
Okay, got it, Prabhuji. That will purify our mind and will increase our intelligence, right, Prabhuji?
Yes. For example, diabetic patient. If you tell him first time, he will not listen. If you tell him 10 times, he may not listen. But 100 times, yes, he will listen.
Yes. Exactly, Prabhuji.
So like that, we have to constantly hear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Got it.
Cut that mustard into 4 pieces.
Okay, next. Okay, so we covered Lokadhyaksham, we covered Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, and now anādinidhanaṃ viṣṇuṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram lokadhyaksham stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarvadukkhatiko bhavet. Okay, so by chanting this Vishnu, who is anādinidhanaṃ sarvaloka maheshwaram lokadhyaksham, we will get free from all the sorrows. Sarvadukkhatiko bhavet. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa. Okay, so basically again the same thing, stuvannāmasahasreṇa, that is the process to get liberation. Stuvannāmasahasreṇa sarva dukkhatiko bhavet. Okay, so I'll send these slides and you can further do some reading. Now I had to go upstairs to the temple hall to give a class on Sudarshan Chakra. They just did Sudarshana Homam and they installed Sudarshana Homam in the temple. So I'm going to give a class in the next 5 minutes or so. I'll try to start Zoom call there depending on the logistics there. If I'm starting Zoom call, I'll post a link in the group so you can join back. Otherwise, we'll meet next week.
Okay, Prabhuji.
So you can try after some time, check your messages. When I'm starting the session, I'll send a link in the group.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay, after 5-10 minutes or so, you keep checking your messages.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare
See
Krishna.
you all next
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.